Topic focuses on contingency funding planning, CFP, which is a critical component of liquidity risk management designed to help financial institutions respond effectively to liquidity crises. A contingency funding plan establishes structured strategies and procedures that institutions follow when normal funding sources become insufficient or unavailable. Liquidity disruptions may arise from institution-specific problems, market-wide stress, operational failures, or economic crises that weaken market confidence and funding access. The topic emphasizes that liquidity crises often escalate rapidly, making preparation essential for maintaining operational continuity and financial stability. Effective contingency funding planning enables institutions to respond quickly, preserve market confidence, and minimize the risk of severe financial distress during adverse conditions. A central objective of contingency funding planning is ensuring that institutions can continue meeting obligations under stressed market environments without incurring excessive losses or damaging reputational consequences. Financial institutions identify potential liquidity stress events, estimate funding needs under adverse scenarios, and evaluate alternative funding sources available during crises. These alternatives may include central bank facilities, secured borrowing arrangements, asset sales, committed credit lines, and emergency funding agreements. The topic explains that successful contingency plans require realistic assumptions because some funding sources may become unavailable during systemic crises. Institutions therefore maintain diversified liquidity options and regularly test their contingency frameworks to evaluate operational readiness and response effectiveness under severe market disruptions. The topic also highlights the importance of governance and communication within contingency funding planning. Senior management and boards of directors play essential roles in establishing liquidity risk tolerance, approving contingency strategies, and overseeing crisis response activities. Clear communication channels are necessary to coordinate actions among Treasury departments, risk management teams, regulators, counterparties, and external stakeholders during periods of stress. The topic explains that poor communication can intensify market uncertainty and accelerate funding withdrawals. Institutions therefore establish predefined escalation procedures, crisis management teams, and reporting structures to ensure rapid decision-making during liquidity events. Effective governance frameworks strengthen institutional confidence and improve the organization's ability to manage liquidity disruptions successfully. Topic also examines the major components of a contingency funding plan and how these elements support institutional resilience during liquidity crises. One essential component is the identification of early warning indicators that signal emerging liquidity stress. These indicators may include declining cash balances, widening funding spreads, increased collateral demands, credit rating downgrades, or abnormal customer withdrawal patterns. Monitoring these signals enables institutions to activate contingency measures before liquidity pressures become critical. The topic emphasizes that early detection improves response effectiveness because institutions retain greater flexibility and access to funding options during the initial stages of stress compared to severe crisis conditions where market confidence has already deteriorated significantly. Another important component of a contingency funding plan involves defining specific funding strategies and operational procedures for different stress scenarios. Institutions classify stress events according to severity, duration, and source of disruption, then identify appropriate actions for each situation. Funding strategies may include liquidating high-quality assets, reducing non-essential lending activities, accessing emergency credit facilities, or increasing collateralized borrowing. The topic explains that institutions must also evaluate operational capabilities, including payment systems, collateral management processes, and settlement functions, because operational disruptions can worsen liquidity shortages. Regular testing and simulation exercises help ensure staff understand responsibilities and that contingency procedures remain practical, realistic, and effective under stressed market environments. The topic concludes by emphasizing the importance of integrating contingency funding plans into broader liquidity risk management and regulatory compliance frameworks. Regulators expect financial institutions to maintain comprehensive, regularly updated contingency plans capable of addressing both institution-specific and systemic liquidity crises. Stress testing, scenario analysis, governance oversight, and ongoing liquidity monitoring all support the effectiveness of contingency funding planning. Institutions that maintain strong contingency frameworks are better prepared to preserve market confidence, sustain funding access, and continue critical operations during periods of severe financial stress. Ultimately, contingency funding planning strengthens institutional resilience by ensuring that organizations can respond proactively, decisively, and effectively to rapidly changing liquidity conditions and market disruptions.